Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Dave's Man Cave. Hit like, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bells. Although I probably won't be doing a lot more watch reviews. I'm really trying to focus more on quality and reducing quantity. And so I've got down to a watch case that has 15 that are all my quartz watches, and then I have a 4-watch winder with automatics. And I'm going to try to stay in that. And so if something's going in, something has to come out. I needed one more automatic to fill out that box, and I decided to go with a Liv. I'm also stopping because I've got like 15 grand in watches now. And so I'm going to put money in crypto and some other things, maybe things that'll actually make me money. So stop buying watches for a while. But we'll have motorcycle and car content and knives and everything else. We'll go back to some of that stuff. So what did I do? I go with the Liv. I love Liv. I've had a few of their watches. This is a different variation of one I have had in the past, but it is a good bit different. Right now I've got my P51 with a fluoro rubber in orange, which I think goes really nice. These are like $1,900 now, like $1,890 more if you want a stainless bracelet. Puts it up over 2,000. So these are not cheap watches, but it's titanium. It's really good Swiss quality. Company's owned and run out of Miami. They're very successful and make really good products. The customer service is freaking crazy good. So let's do this unboxing and let's get in it. What do we got? Well, we got it getting started. Talks about the 3-hand automatic movement, caliber 11. We'll go through the specs in a minute. I've got my accuracy certificate with the serial number. And it is a limited edition, so they only made 770 of these, and I have number 251. A lot of these are limited editions. This one is number 457 out of 1,000, so kind of cool. Comes in the bag. You saw that. It came with a Liv hat, which I already have one of, but it's good to have a spare. Comes in a really nice little box, and it's kind of like padded. Very nice, very nice. Feels very sleek. Let's open it up. What do we have? We have microfiber, and we got the watch. Now you get these with a leather strap, I think a rubber strap, and then the steel. The steel costs a little more. The base watch is $790. I paid $890 for this, but I did have a $100 coupon because of past loyalty points for buying that watch. So I wanted something, the mantra of a watch making it into my collection is it has to be different from something that's in there currently. I don't want just another blue face dive watch with a bezel, I want something different. This was something different. I didn't have a big lightweight titanium with this kind of a dial. It was just different, and it's like a real stopwatch with big clicky buttons and just a really nice watch. I don't have any other rectangular watches in my collection. It's curved to your wrist. We'll go into it in a minute. I have already sized it for myself. Let's go ahead and take off this tag. Dun, 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 dun. So what do we have? We'll go through the specs. Let's see. Case diameter, 42 mil. This is not a small watch. This is a 46. Wow, this actually makes that look small. But it's narrow, it's a little narrower, but it is taller. And so much of it is dial, it does make it look bigger. But this is 42 across. It's a 23 mil lug width. It is 13.1 millimeter thick in this dimension. Lug to lug is 52.4, so not massive, because the lugs are really, they don't stick out. I mean, like when you look at this, see how much further that sticks out? When it's circular, it has to have the, the clearance to get the strap in there. Here, because it is square, it's the lugs don't extend much past the case. So it actually helps by not, while the watch is bigger, the lug to lug is probably less than that. It weighs 110, but that's not grams, but that's not with the steel. I don't know what that is. I'll have to go down and get my wife's little Weight Watchers, whatever thing scale. It does have domed sapphire crystal. It sits a little bit proud of the case, but not much. I love the anodizing. It just says Rebel. This is the model Rebel AR. So it has 100-meter water resistance. It is a screw-down crown. It is an automatic with exhibition case back. The back is screwed down as opposed to screw in, but again, 100-meter water resistance. It has a 5-year warranty, 90-day exchange or return for any reason, it's a really cool watch. It should be comfortable because the way it's kind of curved a little bit to your wrist. It is a 26 jewel Swiss automatic. Now I'm looking for the exact movement. It just says, and it's with a capital E, Elabore grade, 26 jewel Swiss automatic movement with 42-hour power reserve, certified at +5 or minus 5-second accuracy. Surgical grade 316L infused with black IP curved design and screw-in crown and skeleton caseback. You also have your Liv logo enameled into the side. Some good knurling on there without being bitey, but it definitely gives you some nice grip. That's a very cool watch. They've got them in a couple different colors. The one that I used to have was a Rebel DSS or DDS or something like that, or whatever it was. It was the quartz version, but it was also a chronograph. And I liked it, but I found with the dial that side, with all the complications, it really made it, I loved what they did with it, but for me, it was like, it's a little busy, and I wasn't going to really use the chronograph. And so here, I've got chronograph here on a big, larger dial that's circular and kind of more conducive to that. But then for this, it's just a sports watch with kind of a retro 70s vibe. To fit my 7.3-inch wrist, I did have to remove 2 links from each side, and it feels pretty good. It's not too wobbly, loose, and I could actually tighten it up a little bit more. So what's nice is they've got 4 micro adjusts. So I'm in the middle where, well, if I remove maybe one more link and then move that out, but I feel like it's pretty good here, where I can make it a little tighter if I wanted, but then I could also loosen it a bit if I want. So I'm probably just going to leave it there. And for my 7.3-inch wrist, that worked out really well. Nice clasp, PVD coated or IP and whatever they call it. I think it's not PVD. It just says black IP. I'm guessing that whatever the technically anodizing is something they do with aluminum. So whatever the equivalent is for stainless steel is what IP stands for. But really nice stuff. You know, I love what Liv is about. I may actually tighten that up, that one last click. I really like what they're doing. As a company, they've got a lot of good models now. They've got 41 mil and 44 mil divers that are 300 meter water resistance. They've got 2 different styles and versions of the Rebel. And in each of these, they've got all different color combinations and dial colors. You got the P51 Chrono in like 5 or 6 different variations. They've got almost like G-Shock type watches. They're all analog, but they've got the Gravel version 1 and version 2 coming out. They've got the GX1. They've got the GX1A automatic, which is a 42 mil. They've got all kinds of stuff. Go out and check out their website. These are not cheap watches. Their cheapest watch, I think, is the Rebel DDC, which is the chronograph version of this that is quartz. They start at $690. So basically $700 if you don't have a coupon code or sale or something. So they are not cheap watches, but they are fantastic looking. And they're really nice quality. And I'll tell you, they're really good people to deal with. I had 3 Liv watches, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to consolidate my stuff down. I didn't want all 3. Yeah, I've gone back to 2, but that's just me being flighty. But I reached out to them, and I already had the watches for, like, in one case, one was over 3 months. The other ones were within 3 months. And they're like, just send them back. They're in like new condition. We'll give you full credit. And I took all of that and used it to buy this one. So all the other ones were lesser expensive ones. It was before the price increases. And I was able to get this for basically nothing out of pocket. And I really liked that. And I was like, you know what? I've got to put one more watch in that box to round it out. I've been thinking about a Frederick Constant, but I got the Hamilton Jazzmaster, which looked a lot like it. And I was like, if I'm going to get something that's different, you know what? I'm going back to a Liv. I wanted something a little more rectangular, just a different shape, just a different vibe, a different look. But I wasn't going to spend Cartier money. So for less than $1,000, $890 minus my $100 coupon, credit for my loyalty points and stuff. So basically $800. And that's a fantastic watch. That is just beautiful. They do have different colors at different times. These ones are all kind of the IP black, but they do come in occasionally. They've got this is what's called the Le Mans dial. They do have a Sebring and a Monza, and one's blue with white and orange stripes. The other one is green with white and black. And those other two have a lighter case. It's more of a gray than a black. But they've had stainless steel in the past. They've had some different things. You get them with leather straps. And for 23 mil, you can get different straps and things that will fit that. A company called Annefit, Annefit, makes these fluoro rubber quick disconnects. I'm telling you, these are better than Barton's and the Archers I've tried. These things are only like 20 bucks and they are freaking fantastic. I've got these type of bands on a couple of straps on a couple of my watches. But this one I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to get the damn the bracelet style. So very, very pleased with this. It has a little bit of weight. You know it's there. Some people are going to go, it's a little too big or bulky. I wanted something that kind of makes a statement. I wanted something where you will see, I mean, this one stands out because of the colors and stuff, but that shape, this is something people are going to go, what is that? Although technically they might think it's an Apple Watch because it is that sort of shape, but we'll just pretend I didn't say that. Very nice. Just has their logo, says Liv. Simple branding on the clasp. It is, milled, machined. So rather than stamped, it is stainless steel with that coating. It doesn't have any, what's the thing they call it for your wetsuit or whatever? It doesn't have that, but who uses that? I just need it to have the micro adjust so you can tweak it here and there if you have to, if you're retaining water or during the summer months you swell a little bit. But that fits me pretty much perfect. Very, very nice. Do a couple close-ups so I'm not moving it around as much so you can kind of zoom in and really check it out. It's the dial. Nice second-hand movement. You can tell that's automatic and not quartz. Although technically some of the Bulova quartzes are actually smoother than that. Love it. The other side. And the exhibition case back. Very, very nice. Simple. Doesn't have all the, maybe some of the branding and some of that stuff that this one has, but it's a very, very cool watch. Love this. So I'm going to wear that tonight for dinner. So I like that I can wear it in the shower. I like that it can dress up or down. It could be kind of a casual sport watch, but I don't know if I wear it with a suit, but I got other watches for that. I wouldn't say it's a watch that would be applicable for formal wear, but you can absolutely wear it for everything. You know, if you're formal wear in a tux or a suit for a wedding is one end of the spectrum, and then the other spectrum is you're working in the garden. Well, I've got Hamiltons and I've got some really nicer Longines and stuff that would fit that dress watch end of the spectrum for that. And of course, working in the garden, I'm going to grab a G-Shock. For pretty much everything in between, casual to business casual, perfect. Perfect for that. Perfect for sport. You can jump in the pool with it. I don't know if I'd take it jet skiing or anything. I certainly wouldn't use it as my dive watch. I've got watches for that. But for everything else, really nice. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Check out Liv. Cannot say enough good things about them. Chaz, his wife, James, everybody I've dealt with at the company, it's an entire experience. It's not just that they make a fantastic freaking watch. Yeah, they do. And they charge for them. These, like I said, these are not cheap. You're not spending Rolex money, but between these two watches, you're looking at almost $3,000. So not inexpensive, but I think affordable if you want a really robust, well-built Swiss watch that is a little off the beaten path and looks a little different and could serve as a conversation starter and just not like what everybody else has. They're my favorite micro brand by far. Like, I don't know of anybody else that's even close. And I like a lot of brands, but as far as the micro brands go, these guys have it, not just for the quality, but their approach to things, their design, and they're just dealing with them. They're just absolutely fantastic. So there you have it, everybody. The new Liv. I've got one Liv. Now I've got my other Liv. And for now, I think my collection is going to be, it's going to be plateaued for a little while, unless I see something that really strikes my fancy. Now I say that, I do have a Swatch watch coming. It's a Swatch Omega Moon watch. I'll do a quick review of that. That's not going into my box of watches I will wear. That is going in a box. I'm going to take it out, I'm going to look at it. It's going right back in the box. And I'm going to see what that thing's worth in 10 years. I have a feeling that could be a collector item at some point. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see. But there you have it. This is the Rebel AR from Liv. Check them out. You'll thank me.